Hi, welcome to the Holy Interstellar Pack. I've just started the game. We of course have Earth. I have science, ships, exploring, military following, and construction also following. We're using the Japanese name list, because I got that to work.
This is our homeworld, and the...
So we got of course our home world. Where's Jupiter? Jupiter is a future terraforming candidate, which will be fun once we get that technology. Currently is like this. We're on fastest. There's an archaeological site up here.
In the contact screen, we see...
We haven't discovered them yet, but there are two custom empires other than us. There is the Golem assimilators, who are something that I made on a whim. They are machine intelligence. They are driven assimilators, and they have a cyborg species with them. They live on a rogue planet, which is definitely from diverse planets, which looked like a cool thing to play with. And then there are the humans, who are branded as the Lost Colony rather than a contested homeworld, because I couldn't combine origins. And they're the evil ex-humans, and they have pacifist, authoritarian, and xenophobe ethics. They use reptilian chips, and I have no idea where they are. This is probably going to be a very boring episode, so I'm gonna highlight the good moments in the description, just so that there's kind of some basis for finding where all the interesting stuff happens, because I have no idea how to edit, and here I am being an idiot realizing I need to build mining stations. And then move back to the Barnyard Star. I always pronounce that Barnyard for some reason, and I know it's Bernard. Oh, is this a nebula? Yes! This is great. This is actually amazing, because I can do the nebula refinery, which is going to be really useful.
This is our system's starbase.
Yeah. Need to get Starhold technology. Okay. I pick up my mug of water, and it just flashed some at me. Jeez. I just stopped for a second. Jesus. Yeah, the vote went pretty well. I picked Spiral 4 rather than Spiral 2 because Spiral 4 is a better look. We're of course on 800 stars. We have 6 to 12 empires, 1 to 2 marauders on captain difficulty. And we are fanatic, militarist, and spiritualist. The civics I picked are Distinguished Admiralty and the Parliamentary System. And I think the Parliamentary System would work really well with the Democracy updated thing that I got. And the Distinguished Admiralty is obviously something that's handy for space battles, and because we're fanatic militarist, I think it would only fit. Oh, apparently we have megastructure build capacity.
Done! Hacked!
And we're using the Wheatley advisor because I've done
Demographics tab tracks the makeup.
You know what demographics tab is. I should have turned off the tutorial. But I put it on tips only. That definitely works. That's not too bad.
The tradition screen displays the
So the traditions I think I'm going to go after are probably going to be expansion or discovery. And I'll leave that up to y'all once I get there. I think I'll keep it on fastest. These are probably gonna end up being like weekly type stuff, if not like monthly, depending on like how much stuff happens in one episode. And they shouldn't be too long and boring.
The species
Yeah,
screen lists all types.
That with 2 eyes.
The species rights list allows us to custom.
Really excited to name all the factions. That'll be fun. Oh, hiccups. Just have trouble editing credits. So I will. Ooh. Forest World. Randomize the nearby places. So yeah, Forest World is a random. I'm just gonna go to Alpha Centauri first. Oh boy. We already have. Well, I'm just gonna hold off for a bit because these don't do like sort of immediate effects like this. Research speed, development. Neither of those are important. We can postpone that for the episode. But I'm just ecstatic that it's finally working. Video quality isn't too bad. Resolution is
There! Bing! Good. Perfect.
great. The resolution that I have now is bigger than what I had on my old computer. So hopefully higher quality. I believe I have the beautiful galaxy thing on, but I don't remember. It looks so much nicer with so much more room now that I have more pixels.
Alright, what have we got?
As our science ship scans the surface of Alpha Centauri 1, it becomes quite clear that we have found something out of the ordinary. Its composition and history provides it with extra materials that we should take opportunity to gather. We will surely come across even more irregularities like this as we survey new planets and should not underestimate their impact on our expansion. We will not be doing this for now, but I will hold a vote with this upcoming vote section that will talk about researching anomalies and what kind of researching we're going to go after in the researching screen. And in particular, looking at the research screen, technology. Kind of stuff like for this, it'd be like ship parts, colony pieces, and other technologies. This is spaceport, colony and military, and then this is like ships, technology. See, I'll fall into the same category, but I'll have one for each because princes are pretty big when long. And I think every I'm gonna like change things up, or at some point I might just start doing it myself. But for now, I'm just starting this out. It bothers me to have that tab just sitting there. Oh yeah.
The Leaders tab lets us hire, dismiss, and assign idle governors, scientists, admirals, and generals.
Hitomu Junichiro. I'm probably butchering that name. When I would play by myself on just single player campaigns, I'd normally like to play music and do other things, and when I had two screens I would watch Netflix in one and I would play this in the other, because a lot of it is just sitting and waiting, even on fastest, especially in the early game, because there's not a whole lot you can do other than like tedious naming stuff if you felt like it. Here we have Alpha Chihiro-kin. She is a brown Shiba Inu, dark brown, because I thought that was pretty. The ruler traits are warlike. Oh, that's a really good stats. And fertility preacher. That's an interesting combination. It's kind of funny now that I think about it. The fanatic militarism does not display in the name at all, but very clearly in the flag, because you've of course got your sword piercing a world. But the name is just like, it represents the spiritualism and the species, but not the militarism, which makes kind of sense, because the origin that they popped up for me said like some sort of balance between the military and civilian government, yada yada. I have yet to really write something myself about the origin, but I will probably get on that when I get bored the next time. How are we doing up right now, Centauri? Look at these pretty molluscoid ships. I'm pretty sure they're molluscoid. Resetting the camera is really annoying. I'm just gonna follow the science ship for a little bit. I think the
Done! Hacked!
the Democratic Authority is making a lot of sense for here, because the obviously the whole server is built around the server was originally built around a sort of democratic ruling of a Stellaris game, and so with the Democratic Authority, it's kind of fitting. So that's going by really fast, so we should be able to get Proxima Centauri to over
There! Bing! Good. Perfect.
Oh, it's perfect timing. go study Barnard's star. Bernard's. I always pronounce it phonetically. I kind of wish that mining stations costed alloys, because it would kind of make more sense, because the space stations cost alloys now, and the ships cost alloys, but the mining stations cost minerals. I would think it would cost alloys and money, because like minerals are slowly seeming to be being cut out of the main part of the game. Because I remember when minerals were all the rage. I loved minerals. Now they have such fewer uses and are always being turned into something else. So you have to like overproduce them so that you can produce all your other things. Expansion scope. Edict. Okay, next up one of these three. Writing out the vote, right?
So there's one mystery solved.
This type of star is old, and the fusion process in its core have slowed down. This is thus too closer to fusion and greater. Well, that's fun. I noticed that I feel a little laggy, so I was turning it down a little bit. Another thing I forgot. Oh yeah, minerals are really expensive, really useful for these apparently. It's good that they're still making use of them, because you can't turn them all into other things. Originally, I was going to pick Fanatic Spiritualist, but then we had 3 militarists, so I had to put it up to 3.
Not sure what that is, but noted.
Why was it pause? Auto unpause. Yeah, I turned that off. I regret that immediately. I love that. Mm. It's kind of nice that you can play most of Stellaris with just a mouse. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Nudula 2b. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they begun. Huh.
There, bing, good, perfect.
So a little to look at. The crew of the ISS Shirase landed immediately and began to set up an excavation site on the largest of the hieroglyphics, situated just south of a plethora of mountains that are wrapped around the northern pole of the planet. Immediate thoughts turn to figuring out what these hieroglyphics are and who put them there. After some deliberation, the scientists get to work testing air and ground samples and running surface scans. They have surface scans of the hieroglyphics themselves. Interesting. It continues. There's apparently a negative 30% chance of breakthrough.
Done. Hacked.
So Noodla is not a particularly great system, although will be handy when engineering research is needed, I guess. But kinda crummy at the current stage of the game, but we can block it off with Bernard's and Procyon. I wonder how long I've been recording for. Oh! Habitable World Survey. We will
Check
go
that off the
after
list.
that because, you just always go after that. It's just what you do. Although things like that in the future will be up for a vote. Right now, it's more of a tedious early game thing that just needs to be dealt with. So it falls to the alpha, as the democratic powers are still being moved in regards to space. Because as far as lore is speaking, the alpha would be immediately in charge of incursions and excursions into space, with the democratic system taking more place on the colonization and homeworlds. And as the interstellar regime expands, then more democratic powers will be extended throughout the galaxy. I legitimately cannot tell if the Yothmore Shroud comes into my space right now. I remember the old border system where you could only build things around planets and you just occupied all the space in between. That was really fun. It was kind of stupid and silly, but it was interesting. It made it a real race to habitable planets, not just system. Which is probably what early space travel would be like in real life. As things develop. Jola. Itomo Junshiro? He's the commander. Ah, it's a dude. I couldn't tell. I do not know Japanese names very well. I'm not good at assuming any sort of physician and society. Oh yeah. That's a cool picture, but doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Via the market screen, we
Great. What I was looking for is a technology screen. Yeah, there's a smoker and a pilot. Because they got the aviators on. And this is just a normal Shiba Inu. I'm thinking that even if I don't do live stream on Discord and then posting VODs to YouTube, I might want to like
I just invented some more tests.
I might want to hang out in a Discord call and talk with people to make it more interesting, both for me and for people watching. Let's do this one. Off-world trading companies can wait, I think. I'll just personally direct everything for a little bit, and then let democracy take hold. Also, having several people in a voice call, I think would...
I just invented some more tests.
Sort of advisory thing. Speed up and have like a micro-democracy, essentially. Few people. Sort of a temporary oligarchy for minor decisions. Let's send our fleet to go protect them. So there are still 5 planets to survey. I kind of wish you could explore systems without a science ship, to be honest, because it was a lot more convenient to be able to have your military patrolling first, rather than having your military follow your science ships, because you don't necessarily want to like survey everything immediately. You want to get a feel for your surroundings so you can plot out starbase expansions. At least that's what I want to do.
Not sure what that is, but noted.
During its survey of Procyon 3, the ISS Mirai discovered deposits of rare crystals. These crystals have properties that make them extremely effective at focusing laser beams, and they are also a critical component in most advanced electronics. In addition, many cultures treasure them as decorations and adornments. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. We do all the little exploration thing now, I think I'm gonna call this episode done. It's been around 30 minutes. I don't want to make them boringly long. And also, I'm really bored. kind of sitting here, talking to myself. Feel like I'm crazy. Oh boy, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time. Which will not be accurate to when this video is posted whatsoever. Structures on Sion 3 are not as old as we first believed. It seems to be a playground or amusement park of some sort. Science Officer Hitomo Junichiro notes that many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from, and that to builders' alien eyes, this might have been a cutting-edge sensor array or even gigantic art installation. Regardless to a Shiba, it looks mostly like a place where you would take your young and let them amuse themselves. It's a dog park. Some weeks have passed since the scientists on Proxima Centauri 2 landed and tried to decipher what the hieroglyphics mean or who could have made them. Discouraged by the time already wasted on the planet, the team declared the mission a failure. They packed up the excavation site and began to board the ship ready to leave. When gave the order to leave the planet, and the ISS Shirase began to ascend into orbit. Ascending, the science team noticed the very glyph their vessel had landed on was glowing very faintly orange, whereas the others were not. You idiot, you landed on a hieroglyph? It's like pissing on a cave painting.
Done! Hacked!
Excellent.
I just invented some more tests.
Excellent. Let's encourage the whole points first. Now, Procyon is really convenient because this system is completely locked. So, unless somebody invents like the jump drive things before I colonize it, that should be safely out.
Bing. Good. Perfect.
I think I will be changing the advisor voice at some point. I forgot how annoying Wheatley was. Okay, so this is not something I can just lock off unless I go all the way to this system. And then I can lock off, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just this stuff. Which would really just be the system in the system. Oh, I am definitely going after that planet. Mangrove and a tomb world. Oh, they're small. Did I say planet when I meant system? Yes, I did. Am I disappointed in myself? Tremendously. This is how I really know I could never have been a science fiction writer. Oh, there's another forest world. And it's bigger. Huh. Difference is Alpha Centauri is way closer. More convenient. Studying the star, I think I'm gonna end this episode. As quiet as I have been for the past 5 minutes or so. Star. I thought it was a neutron star for a second. It's been a little while. however the hell it's pronounced. I legitimately do not speak Japanese at all. In the entirely silent moments, I was browsing through Reddit, and I saw somebody was making like weird but kind of cool wallpapers with a bunch of different flags on RLGBT.
There,
And
bing, good, perfect.
one of the ones that showed up was polysexual lesbian, which I was shocked, but I was also like, oh, epic, because hey, that's me. I didn't know there was a flag for that. Okay. Jobin.
So there's one mystery solved.
Okay, we'll do this one first. The very bright star will probably burn out in a few million years, which is very soon on the astronomical scale, as the fusion process and its core are extremely fast. During the examination of Solomon, science officer Hitomu Junichiro noticed that onboard solar collectors generated 150% of the normal amount of energy. It wouldn't be surprising considering the radiation present, but it's interesting that they didn't melt. I will make this decision myself. Physics. Okay. Kam and Jobin halted the ascent and began once again to descend, and the mist became a stronger shade of orange. The closer the vessel got to it. Puzzled by this development, they decided to do a lap of the planet, flying over every glyph at a low altitude, watching them light up as they passed. Eventually, all the glyphs were lit and remained lit, but the crew is still none the wiser. It says none the wiser, which is grammatically incorrect. None the wiser as to what this meant, and decided to land once again back at the excavation site, where on the surface it was hard to tell that it was glowing orange at all. Okay, so that is going to be the first episode of the Holy Interstellar Pack playthrough. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Sneezy, and I continue to be. But you? See y'all next time. Make sure to vote in the polls, and if you magically discover it, feel free to join the Discord server, and come and vote. Yeah. Bye.